Hi, I'm Jeff, the Thrifty Overlander. In this video, we're going to go on an adventure, so come along.
Sean, Mike, and I were getting a little homebound stir crazy for COVID, so we decided to take a quick run in the backcountry desert north of Barstow and in the Calico area. I hadn't been there in about 10 years, and Sean has never been. We took precautions that we thought we should. We made sure we were all healthy as we could before we left, and we only made one stop along the way for gas, and I was the only one to even go in to wash my hands, so we felt we were pretty safe.
There's a camp north of Barstow. Some golden hour. All right, we're at the F-104 crash site. It's north of Barstow. It's they did a mid-air collision with a Valkyrie in the 60s. This is a little memorial to the pilot. It's pretty neat. All right, so this is the actual crash site. It's, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile or so past where the memorial is. It's just on a hillside, and this is really all that's left. There is little bits of aluminum nailed to it. All right, we're at the actual Valkyrie XB-70 crash site, so just a few miles from the other plane that they collided in midair, doing a photo shoot. So this is another memorial here. It's pretty nice. There's some nice stuff here. Someone built a full, made out of steel model.
Sean's son Trent came with us this time, and Sean decided to give him a little more responsibility and set him up with doing some recording a video for us. Trent took this job pretty seriously and did a great job. We're very happy with him, and it certainly relieved us from having to run up ahead and run behind or run back to the trucks. He's pretty dedicated to what he's doing. You can see here he's keeping the shot going as we drive by, and at one point he at all costs he decided he needed to keep the shot going. So you'll see here the rock was a little slippery. Boom, kept the shot.
Here's the tin shack. Next cabin we're stopping at.
The whole weekend we only saw 2 or 3 groups out there, and we pretty much kept our distance. We felt pretty safe that way. We made sure we had all the provisions we would need for the whole weekend, so we wouldn't be taking anything from local towns or going into stores or anything there. And we were only 2.5 hours from home, so even if for some reason one of us started to get sick, it was an easy drive home, so we didn't feel like we were going to cause any harm.
Here we are lining up for the obligatory shot in front of the cabin, one of our stops. It's like a natural habit of overlanders, off-roaders. Can't help it.
Coming up here is a great example of how Trent is dedicated to his art. He was able to do that cut right there and just live on the camera. I didn't do that in the post.
Alright, we're at the Starlight cabin. There's a little bit of a pit mine here, so there actually was a bit of an operation. There's an ore bin too. The cabin itself doesn't have much of a roof. It's pretty bad shape, pretty wide open. By the Starlight is a little cousin Jack on the hillside here. Looks like it's even got a roof on it. Usually they're kind of collapsed and not much left of them, but yeah. Not very big. It could have been a powder storage or something like that as well. Here's the ore bin by this starlight. Still pretty intact. And there's a view out of Dry Lake along Fort Irwin Road.
Our goal this first day was really just to check out some cabins that we'd never seen before and see what's in that area. This is all in an OHV area north of Barstow. We found the Wells cabin to be in the best shape, and we decided to set up camp there for the night.
It's like a Crown Vic out here. Oh, but look, he's got AAA. He's covered. Alright, here we are at the Wells cabin. It's a pretty nice looking stone cabin. The roof's been done. In pretty good shape. Not sure what the inside's like yet. Let's take a look inside.
This actually would have been a decent cabin.
It's dark. We need some lighting in here.
But they do have a thermometer.
Heck of a fireplace. Hope it shows up. Big counter area. This is actually a good cabin.
Hey, Dad. Let's leave it there.
Holy cow. This is a great cabin. Look at this. There's hand sanitizer. There's soap. There's Clorox. This is like a gold mine.
The next day we headed east towards the Calico mountain area and made our first stop ever at the Silver Bow mine. Had never been there before. There was quite a bit of workings in the area. Some of the mine shafts were covered over to protect them. That's great. There's also a mill area that had a lot of the foundations yet, and we kind of took advantage and decided to play a little bit on the overlook, we called it. It made some nice views, and it was kind of fun.
Wave him in.
The Silver Bow mine had a bit of a modern pit to it as well, so we kind of took advantage and drove around and checked that out as well. It was kind of fun. When we got closer to the Wall Street Canyon area, we ended up down a wash that we needed to turn around on, so we found it wasn't as easy as we thought. At least Sean's pretty good at making it look that way. This is some more footage from the Master Trent. We stopped and had lunch at the foundations of a building of what some people say is a trading post. After lunch, we headed out to go towards the Bismarck mine area, and Mike managed to find another rock along the way and hit it hard, as you just saw there.
A little bit of a problem here. That rock just took it right at the bead. Second attempt. Bottle jack was 2 inches, maybe 3 inches short. Going back to scissor jack. There's always a fine line with one's too tall, one's too short. It's you gotta hit the right combo. But scissor jacks usually should fit.
Nothing in a couple tire plugs won't fix.
A couple hundred.
37s are light, aren't they?
Oh, dude, they're so much heavier.
You gotta air this one down now, huh?
When Mike hit the rock, he also bent a little bit of bracket for his steering, so he decided he should do a little bit of trail repair and at least straighten out his steering.
I'm doing a massive amount of adjustment here. Dude, are we close or not?
You're almost there.
Yeah, I was almost there 10 minutes ago.
Well, I don't know what you're doing. You're going very
I have to keep loosening the rock because you're like almost there. And then I have to loosen the lock nut more.
loosen.
It only took a few minutes to adjust his steering, and it was pretty good after that. Once he got home, he found that the bracket was bent, and he thinks he can just use a pry bar and a hammer and get it back to normal. Probably get it in for an alignment. From Wall Street, we headed over towards the Calico mines, especially the Bismarck mine. We haven't been there in 10 years. It was kind of fun to go back and see that again. Sean and Trent, of course, had never been there. We poked around the Bismarck mine for a little bit. We didn't really do much time underground at all, just tried to kind of at the entrances. We weren't really prepared to do much underground, especially with Trent and everything. So from there, we headed up over the hills to the Odessa Canyon area to check out what we always kind of called the Alien Hive, that section of the Calico Mountains. That's just like Swiss cheese. Our ultimate goal was to get over onto the Phillips Drive loop because we had never been to the Kramer Arch, so we wanted to hit that and see what that's all about.
His mirror over here. Look at his mirror, because that's a full size. Sweet. He just got this wheel spin to worry about. Over there. A little bit of a unique campsite here. Literally just feet from the arch. This is a windy night up in this alcove. It's quite still comparatively. And since I'm sleeping in the truck, I'm down in the windier area. No big deal, but I got a level spot. This is our campsite for the night from this perspective. Very nice. It's a little interesting area. Definitely was volcanic. Left a lot of openings and crevices on this. Looks like almost like a condo complex of openings. After our night by the Kramer Arch, I felt obligated to make it through the arch myself. The other guys thought they were too tall with their rooftop tents. And then basically we packed up and headed down to the Mule Canyon area and then out to the freeway and headed home so we could get home at a fairly decent time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe. We'll see you on the trail.